Namaste, beautiful yogis, and welcome to a healing intermediate Vinyasa class for healing a broken heart. Starting with the poem, The Keeper. Again and again I rise. I'm the keeper of my own heart. When wounded, I carry it on my back. I let it watch the sunrise and catch the morning's breath. I mend it with silence, my dear. Wash its wounds with smiles and salty tears. Feed it with my love and care for others. Again and again I rise. I'm the keeper of my own heart. Shamefully exposed on my chest, ribcage wide open, with no fear. No pain is final, my dear. Inez. Namaste, beautiful yogis, and welcome to a healing yoga class. Let's begin at the front of our mats. Standing tall, spread the toes wide open, lift them off your mat and spread them even wider. Look down at your toes. Try to spread them even further or more open than you normally do. And lift the arches of the feet that way. Now place the toes down, placing equal amount of weight on both sides of each foot. And from here, feel your quadriceps engaging without locking the knees, extending the tailbone slightly down without scrunching the butt down. And you don't want to squish your butt, you want to extend the tailbone and keep the natural alignment in the lower back. And pull the belly in, and let's bring the hands over the belly and begin to deepen the breath. And as you inhale, bring fire into your belly, digestive fire, fire of inspiration or gut feeling. And as you exhale, let your feet establish stronger connection with the floor. Inhale, bring fire. Exhale, feet connection to the floor. Bring fire. Inhale. Exhale, connection with the floor. Hands over the head. Look up. Press the palms of your hands together. Drop the shoulder blades down into your back. And let's interlace the fingers and reach over to the right and to the left. And back to center. Exhale, dive to the floor. And just hang here. Let your hands be soft on the floor and begin to bring your attention forward bend. Begin to bring your attention into your mid back. Start to let it go. So instead of holding here and rounding and being all locked up in your back and keeping all this tension and stuckness in your back, begin to let it go. Feel ease in your back. Feel like it's letting go. Exhale through your lower back. And now feel your spine and let go of the places that you feel in your spine that are resisting. Some places in your spine are resisting. Let go. Keep a mild bend in your knees, especially if they're hyperextended. If you're very flexible, keep them straight but not hyperextended. If you're not flexible and your hamstrings are real tight, keep them bent.
Continue letting go. Now work onto your lower back. Breathe into your lower back. Now bring your attention to your rib cage and let it melt towards your legs. Let it melt softly towards your legs. Now bring your attention to your shoulders and just drop them. Let them plop and drop. As if nothing is holding them, you're made out of jello. Now bring your attention to your neck and completely release. Release. You're not holding your head is hanging. You're not in control of your head. You're not concerned about where exactly your head is hanging or where your head is in space. You're just hanging. Now bring your attention to your legs and let them go. Let them lengthen. Feel how them lengthening is bringing your head closer to the floor. Great, let's bring the attention to the back of the head and soften there. Soften the skin. Excellent. Inhale. Look ahead of you. Straight back. Hands on the floor. Step into plank. Knees on the ground. Lower down onto your belly. Elbows into your back. Upward facing dog. Shoulders away from the ears. Exhale. Down. And let's bring the right hand forward, left leg off the floor and change. And change. And change. And hands underneath the shoulders and sit onto your heels. If you can't sit on your heels, bring a pillow or bring your yoga block and place it between your heels and sit onto your yoga block. If you have knee injury, then don't sit with your knees bent. Bring your legs in front of you in easy pose and again sit on the block. Let's bring the hands over the heart and create an intention for this class. This is going to be a healing vinyasa for letting go of a broken heart or healing from a broken heart, which is essentially the same thing, because when our heart is broken, we gotta let the pain go. The recipe for healing a broken heart: cut off the injured part, plant it in a fertile field, visit often at night, nourishing it with the juices of fruits and salty tears. Go about your daily business, sit in silence twice a day, smile even when in grief, and never, never cease to give. When it's fully grown, place it back in your chest, next to your old heart. Do not fear, for your body can hold as many hearts as the sky holds stars. Disregard the many scars, sacred passages of divine light. Inez. So we're letting go of the brokenness of the heart and allowing that break to bring more realizations, more wholeness into that area, more wholeness and joy into the area of the heart. Tune into your heart and experience what you're experiencing. Be honest with your emotions and be truthful to your emotions. Be bare and naked with your emotions and take a moment to see how you feel. Give yourself the permission to be free, to experience whatever you're experiencing, to not hold back and to not lie to yourself, to not look at yourself through filters, but rather to look back at yourself and be honest, truthful about what you feel and who you are. And this will start you on a journey of self-knowing, which is knowing all, knowing God. What do you feel? There is no right and wrong, no wrong emotion. Whatever you feel that. And now, if you feel pain or whatever you're feeling, tune into that pain. Tune into the pain of your heart. Most of us are feeling pain on many levels of our existence because we are all one, and there's so many sentient beings suffering that we all suffer together up until the last being is freed. Tune into that pain and experience that pain. And now go out of your heart, expand outside of your heart, and feel your heart connecting with the whole of the universe, with all hearts, and feel all those hearts wrapped in that pain, contained within and without that pain. So now you're understanding that you're not alone in your pain. We're all together in this pain. We're all together in your pain. None of us is suffering alone. We're all connected. We're all together. And now understand that this pain, this particular pain, is here to teach you a lesson, to bring wholeness into you, to make you whole. This pain is here so that when you master the lessons of this pain, you can experience pure joy. Because without knowing pain, you're incomplete. So, let's take a second or a moment to express gratitude for this pain. And I know when you're in it, it doesn't feel like you want to be in it, but get out of yourself, get out of your way, and express gratitude for being so blessed to be able to experience this pain, that your heart is so open that you're actually hurt. Because you need an open heart to experience pain. Express gratitude for that pain. Be grateful you are so lucky to experience this heartache, this pain. And now feel that expanded heart containing all the hearts in the universe coming back into your own heart. So all this pain and all these hearts are coming back in, and you're containing them all in your chest. And begin to feel the center of this pain starting to burst. There in the center of this pain, there is pure love. And begin to feel it starting to expand, starting to sparkle and opening, and shining light onto the rest of your heart, starting to take over and wrapping all the pain with love and joy. Filling up the heart with love and joy, and now all these emotions are within you. Love, joy, pain, oneness. Experience it. Don't be shy, don't be afraid of your own capacity to experience emotion. Feel it. Feel your heart vibrating and opening and shining that joy out externally, because the more joy you generate, the more you share in that one heart we all share. So it's your healing capacity to heal the heart of us all, our united heart. Excellent. With that intention in mind, let's begin moving. And bring your hands in front of you. I'm going to have to apologize if the camera is picking up the sound from construction. I was going to not shoot this class, but I felt this class was meant to be shot today and now, about healing from a broken heart. And the construction started immediately when I started to shoot. So I knew that it's an important class to shoot because there is external resistance. So I knew I'm going to shoot it anyways. And we'll take the symbolism of construction as something that's being built. First being destroyed, because we have to break it down. We have to go with machete or whatever they're using, and we have to destroy something. And when it's destroyed, we're starting to build a new foundation, new building. So let's just keep this construction in mind as something that's being built. We're building not just a physical, muscular body. We're building a whole centered you. Bring your hands at the front of your mat, tuck your toes under, and go into downward facing dog. And just move left and right. You're just gonna wiggle your tailbone here. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, and back to center. And let's walk the feet or jump the feet to the front of the mat. Chair pose. Sit back in your chair and feel the strength of your legs holding you here in chair. Inhale through your heart, and as you exhale, go into a forward bend. Inhale, look ahead of you, and jump back into chaturanga. Lower down, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Back to chaturanga, optional, and downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up, step the right foot between the hands, drop the back heel down and come up, warrior one. So we're gonna get started with generating heat here, and we're gonna take each breath that we remember through the heart. Inward through the heart, outward through the heart. As you inhale, imagine green light coming in. As you exhale, muddy water coming out. And you're purifying your heart through this entire practice. As you begin to sweat and begin to purify your physical body, you will be purifying your emotional heart as well. And let's commit to that type of breathing through the rest of the practice. Exhale the hands down, moving, plank chaturanga, upward facing dog, chaturanga, downward facing dog. Inhale through the heart, warrior one. Big breath in through the heart, green light. Exhale, muddy water. Exhale down. Inhale, upward facing dog, chaturanga, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes up. Exhale, right foot between the hands. Stay on the ball of your left foot. Come up, high lunge. Exhale the left hand onto your right knee and look behind you. Inhale, look ahead of you. Lift. Drop the back heel down, warrior two. Sink a little deeper in this warrior. And either bring your right elbow over the right knee or come into a side angle, right hand on the floor by the right foot. Reach over your head, lengthen. Come back to your heart, inhalations and exhalations. Exhale, both hands on the floor, drop the left knee down, stretch here for a moment. Tuck your tailbone under. Lift, step, plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, chaturanga, downward facing dog. Big breath in through the heart. Step it through. Staying on the ball of your foot, come up, high lunge. And right hand onto the left knee, look behind you. Open chest, open heart. Inhale forward, drop the back heel down, warrior two. Sink a little deep. And side angle. And reach way ahead of you. Bring both hands on the floor. Drop the back knee down, stretch here. lift the back knee up and step back into plank and lower down chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, chaturanga. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feel your heart in with green light and hold your breath in for a moment here, allowing that green light to swish around your heart. And feel your heart as expanded as we imagined in the beginning, filled with the hearts of all beings, all sentient beings. Jump to the front of your mat, chair. Hands on the floor, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Right foot between the hands. And drop the back knee down, crescent. Exhale, left hand on the floor, spin the right arm up. Twist. Come up, holding that twist, and bring your right hand down the right leg. Reach. Inhale, back to center, warrior two. Reach back, reversing the warrior. Side angle. Right hand on the floor. Reach over your head. Exhale, both hands on the floor. Bring your left heel up, elbows on the floor. Just for a moment, tuck the tailbone under and step back in plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Chaturanga. And downward facing dog. Take the left leg up. Step the left foot between the hands. Drop the back knee down. Crescent. Tuck the tailbone under. Open the heart. Exhale, right hand on the floor, spin here. Twist, lunge. Stay light on your right shoulder, come up. And reach down your right leg, lift. And take warrior two. Drop the back heel down. And reverse the warrior, left hand reaches up and over the head. Exhale. Left hand down, side angle, reach over your head. Exhale, both hands on the floor. Lift the back heel up, come onto your forearms. Come back up onto your hands, plank. Lower down, upward facing dog. Lower down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Spread your fingers wide open and inhale to your heart again, swishing the green waters, green energy into your heart. Look between your hands and jump in chair. Hold chair. Inhale, come up. Arch, open the heart. Bring your hands on the back of your legs. Step your feet hip width apart. Tucking the tailbone under, which means your hip bones are aligned and not spreading open. And you will just open the chest and look up. Walking the hands down the legs. Inhale, slowly coming out of this. Reach over the head. Exhale, the hands down. Forward bend. Inhale, look ahead of you. Green light in the heart. And jump into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg up. And bring your knee between the elbows. Tuck your knee. Excellent. Cross your right foot across from your body, outer edge of the right foot on the floor. Flip your body up in wild thing. Hips flipping up. Heart open, chest open, and feel the joy of your heart here. Just feel it, do not resist your feeling of joy. You have all emotions in you. Coming out of this, step back in plank, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, chaturanga, downward facing dog. Take the left leg up and come into plank, bring your knee between your elbows and step the foot across, flip, and bring your right foot down on the floor for wild thing. Open the heart. Great. And coming back, plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, chaturanga, downward facing dog. Big breath in through the heart. Green light, green water. Look between your hands and jump your feet in chair. Inhale, arch. Exhale, hands over the heart. Big breath in. And from your hands, funneling green light into your heart. Exhale, bring your hands facing down. Muddy water through the feet. Flush it out. Inhale, hands over the heart, head. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, look ahead of you, and this time come all the way up to standing. Reach over your head, standing. Clasp your hands, turn the palms of your hands up. Inhale through your hands, the green light, and bring it down into your heart, and come onto your toes. Vibrant toes. And then lower the feet back down, and exhale, straight back, forward bend. Inhale, look ahead of you, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Step the right foot between the hands. Keep the back heel straight up, come up, high lunge. Hands in prayer, twist. Left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Inhale, coming out of this, and exhale, hands on the floor. Squeeze your right knee into your chest here, and press back into one-legged down dog, right leg lifting. Open the knee and drop the foot behind you, wild thing. Open the chest. Switching the heart in green light. Come into side plank. Left hand on the floor. And touch your toe. You can keep your legs straight 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Reach over your head. Bring both hands on the floor. Plank. 3 jumps, plank jumps. So bring your feet behind your wrists and back. 1, 2, and 3. Only. See? Easy. And lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Chaturanga, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Step the left foot between the hands. Come up, high lunge. Exhale the hands in prayer and twist. Soften the belly. Inhale, coming out of this. Exhale, hands on the ground. And squeeze your left knee into your chest. And press back into one-legged down dog. Open the knee. Drop into wild thing. Side plank, toe touches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and plank, and 5 plank jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, chaturanga, downward facing dog, Stay with your breath, stay in your heart. Spread the fingers wide open. Keep your back wide. Your heart chakra is spinning in front of your body and from the back of your body. So be aware of the back of your body. Keep spinning it on both sides and keep seeing it. Cleaning up slowly through the class. Filling up with green light, filling up with the oneness of all hearts, experiencing the pain and the joy in all hearts. And jump into chair. Look between your hands and take a hop into chair. Inhale, coming up, arch, and exhale, hands over the heart. You can face your heart with the palms of your hands. Inhale, chair, exhale, forward bend. Inhale, look ahead of you, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and open the right hip on top of the left. Bend the knee, drop the foot behind you. Wild thing. And from wild thing, transition into chair. Here we'll do something interesting. Knee to elbow, drop the foot behind you and bend your knees, kind of like 3-point bridge. And here you step onto your right foot, bring opposite knee, left knee to right elbow, back to your bridge, back to side plank. One more of this, knee to elbow, bridge, and knee to elbow. And one more of this, side plank, knee tuck, bridge, and opposite knee to elbow. Back to side plank, reach over your head, plank. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, chaturanga, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up, open the hip, drop the foot behind you. Wild thing, open the heart. Side plank, knee to elbow, bridge. So here, right knee, left elbow, and side plank, side tuck, or side plank tuck. Back to bridge. Make sure this standing shoulder, the hand is underneath your shoulder. Bring it in, and back to side plank, tuck, bridge. One more knee tuck, and I think we're done. Hopefully I counted right. Back to plank, chaturanga, upward dog, chaturanga, and downward facing dog. Pressing the hips as high as you can, tailbone pressing high. Spread the fingers wide open, open the chest, the heart, the back side of your body where the heart is, that area. Look between your hands and come onto your tippy toes and jump into chair. Inhale, coming up, and take plie. So take wide stance. Here, step wide along the wide side of your mat. Sink deep into your plie. Right elbow over the right knee, side reach, changing sides, changing sides, changing sides, changing sides, changing sides, coming out of this. And here, you can bring your hands kind of forming a circle in front of you, twist to one side, twist to the other, twist to one side, twist to the other as your legs are standing very firm and still. A few more of those. and sink a little deeper and reach out. Now again, lower body is steady and just upper body is reaching side to side, side to side, side to side, side to side. Excellent. Hands over the legs. Look over one shoulder. Opposite side. Quickly frog stretch, double pad your mat. Drop the inner knees onto your mat and lower down here. Keep your calves parallel to each other, stretching the groin area. Inner thighs, adductors are stretching, hips are stretching. Flex your feet. We're not going to stay here for long because we're going to do longer stretches after we're done with the movement part of this class. Stay with me. You don't need to move quickly and breathe quickly to flush out all your emotion and stay in the present moment rather than stay in your pain body. If you know why I'm doing this, you will know why we're doing this. If you're not getting why we're doing this, that's okay, it will still work. And you don't have to get why we're staying in the present moment, moving physically. And coming out of this, you're going to walk your knees just a little closer to you, but to each other, but not quite together yet. And a little closer. And knees hip width apart, and hands at the front of your mat, down dog. Plank. Bring your right knee into your chest. Bring your left hand onto your right thumb and open your leg across from your body. Hold here for a second. Great. Guide your foot to the front of the mat. Back heel straight up. Come up. High lunge. And let's bring the hands in prayer twist. Maybe wrap under. Keep looking behind you. And come back up. And exhale, hands on the floor. Step it back. Plank. Bring your left knee in. Grab your big toe with your right hand. Bring it across, hold. Try to make sure that your left shoulder is over the left wrist. Hold, hold, hold. Guide it to the front of the mat. Step on the ball of your foot and come up. High lunge. Exhale, hands in prayer twist. And you can wrap under. I think we flushed out the construction noise so far, so that's pretty good on our part. And coming back up, plank. And guess what? 10 plank jumps. I know you would love that. I'm trying to deal with a stab on my toe, and that's why I don't have balance today, because I can't step on my big toe because I ripped the skin under stepping on a stone. So from here, 10 plank jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And the 11th time, come to the front of your mat, chair. Grab your big toes and begin to squat down. Sit onto your butt, straighten the legs. And here, don't let your lower back collapse. This would cause pain in your lower back and tailbone. Keep your back straight. Excellent. Drop the legs on the ground. Inhale, your hands over your head. Exhale, forward bend. In here, I will let you breathe into your heart in and out in a forward bend. Stay here. You can even bring a pillow underneath your head. Put it on your shin bones and stay here. Bring in breath into your heart. Inhale, coming up, hands behind you, fingers pointing at you. Lift, reverse plank, hold. Sit back down, cross your feet, bring your hands to the front of your mat and transition into downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Step the right foot between the hands and come up, high lunge. Straight back, touch your toes and kick your leg behind you with the hip square. So don't open the hip, keep your hip square and come back up, high lunge. Touch your toes, kick the hip or kick the leg. Come back up, high lunge. Touch your toes, kick your heel up and back to high lunge. Exhale the hands on the floor and jump your feet to switch your legs here. Left leg leading, high lunge. Inhaling, green through the heart. Touch your toes, kick your heel, high lunge. Touch your toes, kick your heel, high lunge. Touch your toes, kick your heel, high lunge. Exhale, both hands on the floor, step back plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, chaturanga, downward facing dog. And guess what? 15 plank jumps. Take plank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the last one will jump us into chair at the front of the mat. Hold chair, grab your big toes and come into a seated. This time we'll roll all the way into plow. Take a nice plow, bring your hands on your lower back. Bend your knees around your ears. Hands on the lower back, lift your legs up, shoulders down. lower down into plow, and slowly roll out of this onto your back. Lower the legs down and bring the right knee into your chest. Look over to your right, bring the right knee to your left. Supine twist. Coming back up and changing sides. Soften into the twist. Inhale through your heart again, coming back to your heart. Allowing yourself to be truthful and honest. Truthful and honest with yourself. Exploring your pain and still within the pain, finding joy and blessedness in your pain. And understanding that love expands outside of you, and love is your heart's capacity to love. Oftentimes you attach love to other people, but in fact love is within you. Your capacity to love is not related to other people, despite how it looks. You love a lot of people in your life, and that's a given, that's understandable. But your capacity to love, your connection, or your embodiment of that emotion is within you. And if you have loved ones, coming out of this, hug your knees into your chest. If you have loved a person once deeply, please understand that this is your own capacity to love deeply. Take this as your learning and growing experience, not as some kind of a curse. We all have to experience some form and some level of suffering in order to get to our next level, grow more. If we were constantly content and happy, there would be very little growth in that. And there is a beautiful quote by Rumi. The want is where the light enters the soul. I don't know if there was the soul included in the quote, but really the want is where the light enters inside of you. Take this as the opening for the light to come in. And let's grab the outer edges of the feet. Happy baby. Now, how can you not be happy when you're in happy baby? Every baby, regardless of what's going on in their life, in his life or her life, it has the capacity to experience happiness in its body, in its isness, in its existence, in the pure existence, in the pure beauty of being. You can feel the warm breeze on your skin, see the morning sunshine, taste fruit or experience a drink of water with lemon in it and experience the freshness of that drink or celery juice, and just experience happiness in that small act or in that moment. Experience your blissfulness and blessedness in the fact that you can feel the warm night breeze on your skin, that you can see the moonlight on your walk tonight or tomorrow or on the weekend. It doesn't matter. And let's bring the hands behind the knees and rock back and forth a few times, coming all the way up to seated. Go back into downward facing dog. Open the right leg up. Open the hip on top of the left. Lift your knee, look between your hands. Pigeon. Here in pigeon pose, level the hips and hold, lower down. So, holding pigeon and breathing through your heart. Understand that this class is not necessarily a class that's supposed to induce joy, and it is not a class that's supposed to be either fun or cheerful or sad, none of this. It's purely a place where you come to experience your true self, your naked self, and witnessing your naked self. This is a safe place where you are free to see your own self. You are free to be honest with yourself and truthful with yourself. You are free to experience yourself, to witness yourself, essentially, to witness yourself, to witness your beingness. And when you experience your beingness, it doesn't have to be a one-dimensional, joyful, happy being. You can contain every single emotion within yourself and start working on the ones that are not serving you. If you experience during your day hate, envy, those are sticky, muddy, terrible emotions that you have to shift into acceptance. You have to begin to work on the act of letting go and allowing yourself to be fearful so that things don't threaten you. Because when you envy anyone, for example, it is because you're threatened. So begin to let go of your sense of worthlessness, of your sense of you're not worthy. And all these lower emotions will leave you. Now coming back to broken heart and pain and ache and sadness. Begin to take nice deep breaths as the lungs rule sadness and grief in your body. And begin to feel your lungs as well as your heart. Breathe into your lungs. Experience yourself and allow yourself to see what is saddening you, which part of the loss that you're experiencing is saddening you, and try to see that loss as an illusion. Because ultimately, this body that you're so attached to, and so many of us worry, oh, if I'm beautiful, if I'm skinny enough, if my hair is nice enough, if all these little things that we're so attached to, when you realize that even this body doesn't belong to you, and ultimately you are going to experience the loss of this body, you understand that any loss that you experience is an illusion. Because ultimately we'll lose everything physical. And the only thing that will stay with us, besides obviously we'll carry the soul, but the only thing that really matters is deep, profound, divine love. And every love relationship you have here with your parents and loved ones and siblings and kids and lovers, every relationship you have is just a simple reflection of that deep, profound love that interconnects us all into this being of oneness. And any loss that you feel that you may have experienced is merely your ego resisting growth. So this class is not supposed to make you comfortable. This is not meant to soothe you and tell you, oh yeah, you're right to grieve and everything that you're thinking is true and you're so abandoned and all of that. No, this is not supposed to be a comfortable place for you. This is supposed to shake you up and make you question your beliefs. This is supposed to make you question your beliefs. Why do you believe that you lost anything? And also this class is supposed to bring you back into the realization that you're not entitled to anything and you don't own anything but pure divine love within yourself, which interconnects with everything else. Meditate on that. It's not I'm not gonna lie to you, this is not a one class fixed deal. If you're experiencing heartbreak, this is starting you on a path of growth. It may take you years, but it will be worth it because you will grow from it. Witness yourself, be honest with yourself. Be who you are, be comfortable with who you are, no guilt about anything. Do everything with pure intention from your heart, and the rest will flow. Your heart will heal and mend, because ultimately love is within you, is inside of you. I hope I'm not being too vain. I'll go deeper into specifics in future classes if you guys request it. Coming out of pigeon, circle the knee and bring the left leg forward, pigeon. Flex your foot, level the hips, and lower back, inhaling through the heart. Exhaling and let your body dissolve into the floor. Feel like you're almost liquid and you're just melting into the floor, letting your body become very, very, very almost shapeless and formless. Because letting go of physical pain ultimately will allow you to let go of emotional pain, and a lot of our pain is an illusion. A lot of the things that we're so attached to, or so entitled to, or so hurt by, is ultimately an illusion of the ego fighting to not let go. When you realize that happiness is within you, it's an internal condition of the soul, internal state of being. You can begin to express this happiness internally and encounter other human beings, other situations, or situations in your life that are a reflection of that internal happiness and joy. So continue healing. Continue healing. And one main thing that is my personal way of understanding things, and it may or may not resonate with you, is meditating on your own. Again, I will shock you with this, but on your own worthlessness, nothingness, complete nothingness. All you are is the soul interconnected with all other souls. So you're part of the oneness. And when you understand this, you will be liberated from your separatedness, which causes all this pain and suffering. And you will understand that within that freedom that you can give yourself by being just nothing and connected with everything, so therefore everything, you're free to serve the world, to make the world a better place by you elevating your consciousness. You're elevating the consciousness of that oneness that you are a part of, and that oneness, that is you. And slowly coming back up. You can circle the knee if you need to. Drop your knees on the ground, sit between your heels and begin to lower down. You can just lower down onto your elbows or even just sit. Keep your knees down and your knees hip width apart, and you can lower down further. This pose here is very heart opening, physically heart opening pose. So begin to breathe into your heart and begin to fill it with joy. However you imagine joy as a cluster of light or as a color. Imagine it, almost tangible, maybe even generated between your fingers. Just bring your fingers in front of your and just generate that joy. Just feel that joy is a tangible emotion or a tangible thing in the universe. And start inhaling that joy into your heart and into your chest and into your own entire body. Bringing joy. Joy is flushing through you. Keep inhaling joy, joy, joy. Repeat it to yourself. Say it out loud. Joy, joy. Joy. Because your ultimate, purest existence is joy. We are here experiencing the sadness of all sentient beings, but at the same time we have unlimited capacity to experience joy and love. We are love. And no matter what you're going through, understand that you can always come back to that internal sense and place of joy that your soul is. No matter how disconnected you feel from that place is within you, and you are love. You are love. So you will always reconnect sooner or later. You're now getting on the path of healing that heart, that physical heart. You're almost feeling a physical heart. Then you heal the emotional heart. And reconnect with that place in your soul that is pure joy. Reconnect with the joy of all beings. And don't be worried if this process is not an immediate overnight thing. Growth is a process. It's not an overnight thing. It takes time to grow. You're here to grow. You're on the right path. And every experience is part of your growth. That's all it is. Take it for what it is. Forgive everybody. Let everybody go. Because ultimately joy is with you and you're carrying joy with you forward. Look ahead into the future. Stay present, just in the moment. And let the past go. The past is in the past. It's gone. It's done. You have a glorious future ahead of you. Bring your elbows on the ground and come up. And let's bring the legs in front of us, soles of the feet together. Open the knees. Bring your right knee into your left foot, hands behind you. Touch the forehead to the floor, hold. Come up, change sides. Come up. And lower down onto your back. Prepare for bridge pose. Feet are hip width apart. Press the hips high and lift up here. And breathe. Opening and flooding the heart with green water. Crystal color. Crystal color. Tropical watercolors. And lower back down. Lay for a second here. Bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a hug. Hugging your entire being wrapping your entire being with your own light that you contain within yourself, comforting your being. Imagine for a moment that you're your own mother and you're holding your being with the most love that you can hold. And if your connection with your own personal mother is not excellent, then imagine a universal mother or the earth holding you with motherly affection and love. Hold yourself as your own mother, as you are your own mother. Nurture yourself in this place where it is safe to be you and it is safe to see you, who you are, clearly, with no masks, no pretense. No cover-ups, no fakeness, just as your pure you, with all your imperfections and with all the things you need to work on. Accept them, and just the first step is to see yourself. See yourself. Let's bring the hands underneath the knees and rock a few times, coming all the way up to seated. Cross-legged seated, you can bring a pillow underneath your booty if you need to. Open the palms of your hands forward. You can touch your index finger to your thumb, and you can extend the fingers here. Roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale and feel as if you're becoming taller. Exhale, extending the umbilical cord down into the earth. Inhale, open the chest, vibrant chest, as if every inhalation is just opening you more. You're just opening you to the world and to experience the world. You're here to experience the world, to experience yourself, and to grow. So be thankful for anything that is offered to you as a lesson in order for you to grow. Be thankful for this experience, and whenever you're losing a loved one in your life, please understand that you're so blessed to have loved than to have never experienced love. And no matter who you love, physically you will lose them. Even if it's a breakup or a person passing or you passing, eventually we will lose people. And even if you're with people for 2 years or for 20 or for 50 years, time passes so quickly here on earth that those things are minimal compared to the grandness of your emotion, the capacity of your heart to love. Keep your heart open. Do not allow any disappointment, any breakup to make you close down, shut down your heart and make you fearful of loving. No, on the opposite. Understand that you being able to love so deeply once is your capacity to love this deeply, and take this as your opportunity to see people in their purity and give love with no attachment. No attachment to outcome and no entitlement to or desire to receive the love back, as much as your capacity to experience the love within yourself. Things will arrange themselves in the best way for you, for your growth. And you don't know what is the best thing for you. You never know what is best. What are the best conditions for your soul, for your soul's growth? So try not to resist your conditions. Try not to close down and experience yourself as victimized or a victim in this situation, but rather try to see it as an opportunity to, even if you're breaking down, even if you're being destroyed, so to speak, to build yourself whole and to grow from this, stronger, more beautiful, with deeper capacity to love, more expanded, more open. Be blessed for what you're going through, because that means that you're growing. That means that you are on a path of growth and you're given the best conditions to grow. We'll continue on this. Meditate on your joyful heart. Meditate on your heart. Meditate on you. On what you truly are, who you truly are. Look at yourself and give yourself love. Surround yourself with love. Shower yourself with your own love. Namaste.